Hey guys, thanks for joining us for our Real House of Beverly Hills recap number 4. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
And we are really excited to bring you this show tonight. We really want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. We've got to get to 20K and then 25K.
We're almost there, you guys. Please help us.
Also, check out our podcast on patreon.com. The Rick and Kelly Show on patreon.com. It's we have cool interviews and video segments, our home remodel updates, cooking with Kelly segments. It's raw and unfiltered and uncensored, and it's a lot of fun, so we hope you'll check that out. Also, this show is brought to you by El Cristiano Tequila, and we're going to tell you how you can get a great discount on this amazing sauce coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Real quick, not to interrupt, but it says Circle AF, and I was just looking at it, and I'm like, as, you know, the F word?
Yeah.
But you know what AF means?
I do.
What is it?
Oh, I know what AF means in slang.
No, that AF, it has AF
what
in the
does
circle.
it mean?
Additive free.
Right, it is. More on that in a minute. Before we get there, we got some news items on Beverly Hills, but Kelly has a news item about Orange County.
Okay, so I woke up this morning, and on the Real Housewives, they said they had a picture of Shannon and Heather, and Heather called a meeting for all, okay?
She hosted a luncheon.
She hosted a luncheon at Javier'S on Friday at 2 p.m., and one of her really good friends told me about it, and then there was a source that said that Gina and Jen, that's what Heather said.
That they're fired.
They're fired. Now, I don't know how Heather has so much pull or has so much no, or why Bravo is giving her so much leeway, because she's failed at all of any acting gigs that she's ever had. She sucks. And then that 7-year stitch that she tried to do flopped.
One and done. But someone accused you or accused Shannon of leaking information to you, and it wasn't Shannon.
It was not Shannon. Shannon called me all upset, like very upset.
Yeah.
And said, I never said, because people are thinking, because we're friends.
Right.
Listen, Shannon never tells me what goes on. Shannon never tells me, and that's fine. I don't want to know.
She's
very tight-lipped.
Yeah.
She's a rule follower. That's one thing about Shannon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to clear that up. I want to get to this Lisa Rinna, Harry Hamlin controversy that was all over the news. Like you went viral.
I did.
Because you made a post.
Well, no, first of all, I did a live. I did an Instagram live with my friend Christine and I, and it was at a funeral, and we were drinking all day. Then I go to her house and we drink some more, and we just get hammered.
And I told Kelly, don't do Instagram live.
No, because I've always heard in Hollywood, in the circles, that Harry Hamlin is gay and that his wife is a beard, like a John Travolta or a Tom Cruise.
With Kelly Preston?
Yes, but I'm saying there are, or Will Smith. I mean, the list goes on, you guys. But,
so there was a story on page 6 about Todd Chrisley being sued by a former business partner for an alleged gay relationship, and Kelly.
Everyone knew he was gay.
And Kelly, well, I mean, it seemed pretty obvious to me.
I mean, it was obvious to everybody.
So Kelly comments on the page 6 post on Instagram. Harry Hamlin is next.
I just made a comment. Now that would
you just commented on the
that
thing.
would be like you making a comment on something, which we all do from time to time. We'll make a comment, whether it's something in the news or whatever. I didn't mean for that comment to go viral. I didn't mean for page 6 to pick that up. And
then there was a whole article written because this other guy went after Lisa Rinna.
So I said that first.
Yeah, you said it first. And then on Monday, it says speculation about Hamlin's sexual orientation surfaced again after his wife, Lisa Rinna, got into an online feud with a man named Patrick Summers. She posted his phone number. She doxed him, posted his phone number on Instagram, and then he posted hers. And he said, you need to go worry about your husband and your finances and who he's spending his time with, because his wife is too busy running her overfilled mouth. Beverly Hills talks, and we all know, with a rainbow emoji.
No, you missed this part.
Well, he also said...
we had to read the whole thing.
You want me to read the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole line.
Well,
at Lisa Rinna, not only leaking my number first, and then trying to change the narrative.
You hunchback.
I thought the hunchback was Gina.
Yeah. So this guy came after Lisa after Kelly did, And then Lisa
And what a
Rinna,
coinkydink, right?
I give her a lot of credit. She posted this on her story. She said, "Good morning to Kelly Dodd and Kelly Dodd only." And it's a picture of her bearded.
That's funny.
It is funny.
She's got a good sense of humor. Maybe he's not gay. I don't know. That's what you hear. You know,
Well,
rumors are you can't take them for what they are. So they've been married forever. They have kids.
Yeah. Well, and not that it matters. It's just you were making a comment and it went crazy. Everyone went crazy on it. So I found this article.
So Rick did his deep dive on his research.
Yeah. And Harry Hamlin told People magazine that he played a gay man in a film called Making Love. It was 40 years ago, in 1982. And he said that it ended his film career, that it was ahead of its time. He said, "I was told by a lot of people, you can't do that movie. I think it had been offered to pretty much everybody in town and everyone had turned it down because they thought it might be damaging to their careers. I didn't see it that way," Hamlin tells People. "I was looking for something serious and something meaningful rather than doing a movie about vampire bats invading a small town in the Midwest, which is the type of fare I was being offered at the time." So he played a gay man in a movie and he said it ruined his film career.
Well, maybe that's why he's staying married. Hello.
That's an interesting tidbit right there.
I mean, he's scarred for life. The guy's got PTSD from 1982.
I have one more news item before we get to this recap of the episode, and then we'll talk all about the episode. But a couple of people commented in our comment section here on YouTube, and don't forget, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Why is nobody talking about the info released by LAPD regarding Dorit's burglary robbery?
Well, first of all, this is on
guns
Reddit.
were involved. This is on Reddit.
I don't trust Reddit.
Okay, but it does reference the LAPD police report.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it says the LAPD released 2 reports about Dorit's home invasion on their website. In both reports, there are no mentions of weapons. If weapons were used, the LAPD would have mentioned that info in their reports about Dorit, as they have done with other reports about burglary, home invasion, and so on. So, according to Reddit, according to this post, it's obvious that robbers had no guns with them. The LAPD would not leave that information out if these guys were armed.
Of course. They would never leave that out. If they were armed.
Right. That escalates it. It's a much more serious crime, for one thing.
Right.
And if they actually did threaten to kill her, which is what she said.
She said she was on her knees with a gun pointed at her head.
Then that means it's there's a much more serious charge there. How could they have killed her without weapons, though? Oh, did they have a gun or not? And so Dorit did say guns were involved. I thought, this is it. I'm going to die. He is going to pull the trigger. And then I envisioned them killing me and then going and killing my kids. So why would she say they had guns if they didn't? And here's the other thing in this Reddit feed. And again,
why didn't they not have the alarm on? Why was PK stayed back behind?
So according to this...
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, that's what they say. So according to this post, the robbery happened in October 2021, and in January 2022, 3 months later, PK paid off his $2 million debt to a casino, which had been waiting for its money since 2013. So 9 years after he apparently lost $2 million in a casino, he finally paid him off 3 months after the robbery. So that's that.
Wow, he must have a gambling habit.
Yeah, but what does that tell you about the timing? They're saying is curious.
Well, yes, of course. The whole thing is shady. We all know they're shady. Not her, but maybe him.
Okay.
We all know that.
All right, now on to the program. The recap of Beverly Hills #4. It opens with Kyle in the desert.
Yes.
She's at the Hideaway, right?
Correct.
And she orders drinks over the phone. Tell us what the hell that is.
So in the Hideaway or at the Madison Club, which are all Discovery properties, they have, everything is like all inclusive. So you can call and everything just goes on one bill. You don't sign a check. You don't do any of that. So you just call and they have full-time staff everywhere. So they'll have like little comfort stations everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So you've been to them.
I have.
Yeah. And so they have these little comfort stations where everybody has like their own bartender throughout the day at these Discovery properties.
So when she was that what she was doing? She was calling a comfort station and they bring her the drinks and brought
Yeah.
her some Bloody Marys in a tray.
Right.
We had Bloody Marys at that comfort station at the Hideaway.
Yes, we did.
About a month ago. Mm-hmm. Rinna calls her mom Lois instead of mom.
Do you find that bizarre to you, or is that weird? I mean, is that?
I would never call my mom Carol.
My mom would slap the crap out of me and say, "I'm your mother. I'm your mom. Call me mom."
You noticed when Erika wiped her hands on the chair or on her
she was
dress?
like, is it rude if I wipe my hands? Because she was touching the salt. And then how about, I'd be like, get your lazy ass up and get a napkin and go wipe it up. Like, get up.
So we're going to show our first clip, which is when Garcelle calls Crystal, and Crystal's on the couch, and she's not at Kyle's house. And Garcelle's telling her, come on over.
I've always been facetious.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to come by?
With everyone there?
Everybody's, worried and don't know what triggered you. And
So they don't know what triggered me.
no, I mean, I think what triggered is it because you didn't feel validated, right?
Can I very rudely do this? Why is it rude?
Well, because my
There's nothing
sister-
rude about it. Wipe your hands on it. Do whatever you need.
No,
Shh, I'm trying to listen. Shh. He's dropping.
I think it's your reaction. They didn't realize you were holding all this stuff from last year. Just come and clear the air and we can all go home, feeling like you're okay.
You had a reaction to that.
Okay, now Crystal bugs me to no end. She is so woke as woke. She reminds me of these woke millennials that are so irritating, that use these buzzwords.
Oh, yeah.
And over-exaggerate everything.
But you said when she was on the couch, you said she was milking it. Like
Yeah.
She didn't want to work.
So she gets in a fight with all of them. I think she was drunk. There's something a little amiss with her. I don't know, a little off.
Oh, I have to make a correction. Last week, I said that Crystal and Sutton were sharing a room, and then Sutton walked in with her coat and caught her naked. And that was her horrific moment. Crystal was, so upset about it.
Violated.
And I said they were sharing the room. I was wrong.
Okay.
They were not sharing. I was corrected by some of you on our comment section. They were not sharing a room. They had their own rooms.
Oh, okay.
So that was my
Well,
bad.
they do share rooms from time to time.
Yeah.
Like Gina and Emily always share a room. That was what my own.
All right, so coming up is a clip with Erika, and we're going to get Kelly's impersonation of Erika. But before we get to that, I just want to talk about El Cristiano Tequila for a moment.
Okay.
We are really, really happy with this stuff. This is the real deal. It is
the tastiest of all tasties. I swear to you, and it's at the best places. By the way.
Oh yeah. And if you love tequila shots, if you like margaritas, if you like to drink it with soda or on the rocks or just to sip it, I mean, how tasty is this tequila?
So tasty.
And it's additive free. It's purity, passion, and purpose with no additives. And you can get it for 10% off, okay? So all you got to do is go on the El Cristiano website. It's EL-Cristiano, Cristiano. It's right there on the screen.
He goes, I drink this every night and I never get hangovers.
And find the where you order page and put in the promo code RK10. RK10, Rick Kelly 10 for 10% off. And buy yourself some El Cristiano and you'll see how amazing this
And
tequila
I never
is.
lie. You guys know that.
We wouldn't recommend it if we didn't love it. We love it. So cheers.
Cheers. Well, we're the ones who sought them out.
We're gonna
We're
need,
like, oh my god, this is so good.
we're gonna need more.
Yeah.
All right, now back to the show. So Erika starts talking about how the victims might have actually gotten paid after all, and this, you called it a Hail Mary.
I called it a Hail Mary. So she's like, oh yeah, we're not going to, we're not gonna, words are very, very costly. Like, it's like so irritating.
Well, because Garcelle's the only one who will call her out.
She talks like this. It's like, okay, you know damn good and well he didn't pay those victims, okay?
Right.
Don't sugarcoat this. This is why, how are people are outraged when I said COVID was a flu and masks didn't work.
Right.
And, people went up in arms. Crazy that I said things like this.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, I got fired for it. How is this psychopath allowed to be on national TV? This is disgusting.
After she apparently spent, I don't know, allegedly upwards of $20 million on herself.
By the way, why does she have two assistants working for her? What is she doing?
Yeah, why does she need them? And how does she afford to pay them when she...
Well, listen, I was telling somebody when I was walking, I spent $100,000 on clothes on this show. $100,000. And did I get
in
to
one
write
year, right?
1 year.
Yeah.
You can ask Evolution. Because I had to have something to do for my taxes, right? And I couldn't write all of it, my clothes off, I could only write like 1%. Like 1%. Anytime that it was on camera, that item. And I had to have receipts for it. So, I mean, really, really hard to do that. And I spent $100,000 on clothes. She has way higher end clothes than I do, okay? Way more jewelry than I do. And I have a lot of jewelry. And I have a lot of expensive jewelry. But she's got like Cartier, like the high Bulgari, like crazy. And she has the purses and the shoes and the makeup people. Yeah. It's expensive. So she makes about $800,000 a year. Half of that goes to taxes. And she's spending probably, God only knows how much. She is not saving 1 cent for herself. She's spending every ounce of that money that she's making on herself. And she's living, well, look at her. She's living in a guest house.
She's probably spending it because she's worried that someone's going to take it away from her if she doesn't spend it fast enough.
Well, I would save it. For a rainy day. But Garcelle, I don't know. I'm a saver. If I make $1, I save 50 cents.
Can I just say Garcelle was the only one to call her out and say you didn't show any compassion. You showed no compassion for the victims, and Erika claimed that she couldn't.
Didn't do. Never happened. We're not even sure that there were people that weren't paid.
No way.
Yeah, way.
These victims are regular people. Why would they be coming after Tom? Why would all these lawsuits come about if they were paid? They would just go live their lives.
We still don't have all the facts. That's what I keep saying. This isn't wrapped up. It doesn't matter what someone claims.
It also snows in Pasadena.
So you're saying that we don't know for a fact that these people weren't paid?
That's right, exactly right.
You mean that there's a chance that they could be lying?
And then Garcelle says, yeah, it also snows in Pasadena.
Right. Well, and it hailed for like a hot second last summer and winter, and Andy Cohen's like, oh, well, don't you feel vindicated that it snowed? It didn't snow, and it never snows. It hails.
Yeah.
But it never really actually snows, and if it snows, it dissipates.
That's when she claimed that there were 2 accidents, and both of them involved rollover.
And they both rolled over, and we went to roll it over, and he hurt his head, and we had to go get him 2 hours later, and my son found him. We don't know how, and he's got dementia, and we. She's evil. She freaks me out. She scares me.
You're hilarious.
She scares me.
So Crystal finally comes over to Kyle's house, and they sit her down. They want to hear her story, and she chokes up.
So what triggered me was, I actually don't.
Take your time, my darling.
What was upsetting me last night was, when I was struggling last year with Sutton and I was telling you this how I felt, I felt like there was a massive campaign to try and negate how I was feeling.
She's clearly wounded by this event.
There is something definitely wrong with that, Crystal.
They confront her about her saying she didn't feel safe in Kyle's house, which is kind of a joke when you think about the guard gates and the camera crews who were in there and this group of ladies. But I think her point was that she didn't feel emotionally safe. That's part of her woke.
You said, I don't feel safe last night.
Yeah, it's
what does that mean?
In my emotions in this group, that's how I felt last year. That's why I shut down a lot. This doesn't feel like a safe space for you. I'm trying.
Then that Asian girl is commenting on Sutton, basically alluding to that she said something racist.
Yeah,
that was my takeaway.
She keeps. It was the dumbest, most drawn out conversation where Crystal would not say what she claims Sutton said that was so damaging.
So what did you say?
She never.
Yeah, but what did you say? I want to know what was
really. It was really bad.
Like what?
Really
Like, what was it? What was it?
I don't want to say what she said, but it was really, really bad.
Like how bad?
It was dark.
Like what? Like
it was
dark?
dark.
I mean, that's bad. That's like really bad. Like dark is a bad.
It was so bad.
Like tell me more.
I can't say what it was.
Why can't you?
I won't say what it was, but it was really bad.
Just say it more. Like, what is it?
It was so dark.
That's exactly how it went down.
It was like over and over, and like they're going around and around with this chick, and she just will not spill the beans.
Okay, I'm going to be really clear. If we continue this conversation, I
I don't want to be told the word dark is too much. And then we're going to focus on a word.
Okay, well then don't say dark, just say what she said.
She said something problematic. It's obviously something that was forgivable.
Is it forgivable?
But then that's why we're here.
Why did you bring it up?
Beverly though.
Right, if it's forgivable.
Because the question you asked me is very damaging.
I don't think
She said, Kyle forgot it. And Kyle's like, I didn't forget it. I was there. Don't tell me I forgot it. I didn't hear anything that was so bad. Like, what did you say? She wouldn't say it.
You have to hear this real quick. On the reunion when I was with Bronwyn, she comes up. We were on a text message. Me, Shannon, Gina, and Emily, and Bronwyn. And Bronwyn's like, we're going to go to the BLM protest. And this is when BLM was like tearing up things. And it was like, we were in New York.
Every
it was
protest
dangerous.
led to a riot.
It was like a riot, burning,
yeah.
like stealing. Like
Yeah,
it was
bad.
mayhem, right?
Yeah.
So she wrote, I'm taking my kids and I have a photographer. This is what she writes.
Yeah.
And I wrote, and all of us were on a chain, I wrote, don't go to that BLM protest. It's dangerous out there. You're a bad mom if you take your kids to that's exactly what I said. It was right. She, on the reunion, comes out and says, Kelly's racist and I have it. And she pulls out the text message with all of us on it.
Uh-huh.
And Andy Cohen goes, ooh, like, oh my God. I'm like, I didn't write anything racist. And I go, did I write anything racist on there? Well, because I said the BLM was dangerous, which, ta-da, I was right. And she was like, yeah, you're racist. You're racist. She kept saying that.
But she
and
never
this is the
showed
same,
what she claimed was proof.
She showed, was nothing, there was nothing there.
Yeah, there was nothing there. That's the point.
There was nothing there. And all the girls were sticking up for me going, what are you talking about?
Right.
But this is the woke morons out there that think that they use the same analogies. You're racist. You're what is it? Like you're triggered. You're a white passerby. I mean, they have all these lingos. It is the same thing.
Well,
It's out of the same playbook over and over and over.
And Crystal keeps going there.
She keeps going there. What is that?
I don't know.
How do they learn this?
I don't know.
It's like a bunch of babies, a bunch of sisters.
They hear something they like, and then they just latch onto it, and then
But they all
use
saying
it.
the same thing, and it's like it seems pretty effective.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
But it's the same adjective.
But you watch it, I watch it, and we're like, oh my god, really? It's annoying.
It's annoying. Yeah.
So Dorit and PK at home, and she says she has PTSD, right? Mm-hmm. And so you were like, is this gonna be her storyline all season?
Is this Dorit's storyline all season? I mean, we all know it's fake, allegedly.
We don't know that. There are some questions about some of the circumstances, but
But like, are we seriously going to be seeing this? I mean, and then she goes and sees her shrink.
Oh, yeah, you're jumping ahead, but we got to talk about that. So she goes to the seance.
Yeah, the seance. It looked like a seance. I thought I was watching Ghosts for a second.
Hey, Val.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
I've set the mood.
We're all set up?
I know.
Oh my gosh, I love all this.
All right?
I'm gonna just get my little setup going here.
Well, you're doing that. I'm just going to tell you that.
Please.
So,
Dorit said that the house was her safe place and that she felt anxiety when she left. And I'm like, wait, it happened in the house. Wouldn't you be scared to be in the home, especially if you were like home alone and your husband's not there? That's when I would think that I would be like, oh, wow, this is how it happened. I was here alone.
That was never a safe place nor a quiet place. Okay.
Sutton.
Like the movie?
Sutton was doing something in her store and she has these plates, right?
Yeah, Fornisati.
They're all over her store.
Yeah. I got these at Barney's and at Harrods in London. But she has, I mean, these are Italian, and I mean, I get you can mix, of course, but you know, it's.
But her designer's French.
Her whole store is French based.
Why does she have Italian plates in a French store?
I don't know.
That doesn't add up.
I know she should have some kind of French artist, right?
Oui.
Yes, like Baccarat.
Merci beaucoup.
Like Baccarat.
There you go.
Right?
Diana got her
Or
makeup, and she tells them that she's allergic to stores because of the dust in the stores. But she's going to make an exception and go.
Oh, really? Like when she doesn't go to Europe, she doesn't go to the stores when she walks around the piazza?
I don't know.
Come on, everybody does that.
We also learned that Rena's mom is sick and she has a
Lois.
Right, Lois. We don't call her mom. We call her Lois. Lois is sick and has a do not resuscitate. So I guess we're leading up.
Well, we all have that. Don't
Yeah, we do.
resuscitate me.
I'm going to give you mouth to mouth.
Yeah, you can.
Dorit got triggered by something Kyle said about cameras over her fence.
Okay, I don't want to listen to a next 10 episodes of her having PTSD and crying and going to a seance.
But in Dorit's defense, she shows up at Sutton's event and there are cameras out front. There's a red carpet and there are cameras there and they're doing interviews. And she's like, why didn't Sutton warn me to be pressed here? I don't want to talk to anybody. And she made like a beeline around the red carpet, which I respected.
Right.
Even though I was a member of the press, I would want to talk to her. I would have asked her a bunch of questions. And she was like, why didn't she warn me?
Oh.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she should have talked to him.
We went over Crystal already. You mentioned Bronwyn. The dumbest controversy ever. We talked about that. I think we kind of skipped around. I just can't get over how stupid that whole argument was about what Sutton did or didn't say, and how Crystal would not reveal what it is. I mean, maybe next week.
What chicken shit? Like you're gonna give me half, or you're not gonna give me all? Like what the heck is that? Like honestly, like do I have to like gag her? To like, do I have to waterboard her in order like to mess up?
Overall, did you like this episode? Did you think it was good?
Yeah, no, I thought it was good, entertaining, absolutely.
I definitely am enjoying this season.
Yes, I just finished watching Dubai, so we'll get on that.
Oh yeah,
one.
so we're gonna have Dubai on Friday on this channel. So don't forget to subscribe, and you'll get notified whenever we post something, and that's going to be coming up on Friday. Also, please check out our podcast on Patreon, the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon.com. And we will look forward to seeing you here again very, very soon. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
El Cristiano to you.
Clinky, clinky, drinky, drinky. Have a nice weekend, kids.
Bye-bye. Good job.